Merry meet and welcome to Jupiter's Radiance. I'm Taylor. We have a little bit of a different setup to hopefully be able to see everything, so please be patient with me. You will still get the great information, hopefully, around what this spread can do in regards to supporting you for this first week of July. And so with that, let's go ahead and get started with the Sun card spread. So this card spread is to support in seeing how your current self is handling the current situation and to what to expect based on your behavior. And so right here, this first card underneath here is going to be you. And then over here is going to be about the current burden. Okay. And then now this is going to be 3, 4, 5, and 6. These corners are going to be about your actions or your behavior. So these can be quite literally active or more passive, but things that are more within your control and are within your realm. Now then we have our 6, 7, 7, 8, 9, 10, and those are going to be the outcomes based on these steps. So you can read this in two ways. You can either read it by going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or you can do the 1, 2, and then read it in a circle, because these actions will be directly correlated in going in this order, as well as these outcomes in this order as well. And so just depending on how you feel drawn to process the information, because you do still have control to change these action steps, which means these outcomes may not even come up. So with that, let's go ahead and just get started with our collective read. We will go ahead and read it in the circle manner, and so please be patient with me. I am going to try to make sure that it is zoomed up to where you can see things and make sure that it is in focus before we move on. And so if there's any strange etiquettes, it's just because it took too long to focus. With that, let's go ahead and get started with our collective reading for the Sun card spread. Okay, number 1 is under here, so I'm just going to move this one out of our way. Okay, and so we have a time for healing, the Psalmic Moon. So this is letting us know that right now you are currently in a phase of healing. So that quite literally is going to be what your focus is. And there is a message here around not feeling selfish or guilty that this is what your focus is around, because a lot of times it could be around a relationship that is healing, but it also could just mean around your internal self is typically what this card is going to be more towards. But let's take a look at the current burden. And so we do have the new moon in Leo. So this is going to be don't let pride get in your way. So I feel like that is exactly what we were hearing with that previous message around the fact of don't let this situation, like, don't think you're better than needing help, essentially. So let's go ahead and take a little bit further into what it looks like here, because it sounds like there's part of this healing process is going to be around asking for help and relying more than just on yourself, but also recognizing that sometimes we do need help. Sometimes we do need that little bit of assistance, or maybe we do need that down period, and just to recognize that so that we have a moment of rest in order to move forward. So let's go ahead and get into the actual steps. And so we do have our third one here is going to be fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So this one is kind of letting us know that there's something within your energy that is fast approaching a climax. So you're going to know immediately what this is resonating. If you're not really sure, then this is probably more resonating a burnout that you are ignoring. So let's take a look at the outcome of it. And so we have to take time to breathe out, disseminating moon. So right there, yep, you are being told that, hey, this energy that is fast moving and just kind of like overwhelming you in a sense is asking you to ultimately breathe out. So kind of like the image I get is like after an explosion, there's like that silence, that rest, that period of calm. So kind of recognizing that and allowing yourself to not be like hurt by the explosion. So let's go ahead, your next action. And so we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So this is kind of after that breathe out period, you kind of recognize the ending a little bit more. It sounds like you're still involved in it though. And our outcome from that is you and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer. So this is a meeting letting us know that based off of you accepting a little bit more about this cycle ending, is you're seeing the immediate result of that peace and security come through. Now, let's go ahead into your next action, and we have you are good enough, full moon in Virgo. So this is more of a passive action where you're just feeling more secure regarding your actions, your next steps, just kind of where you are in life. So the security is just bleeding into your own internal sense. And again, we're on a healing journal. Excuse me, we are on a healing journey. So all of this has been to just really support you in feeling better about who you are and where you're at in life. Okay, so the passive, the outcome from this you are good enough energy. Hold your vision, fixed moon. This is letting us know that in this time, you are going to not only be feeling good enough, but you're going to be feeling good enough to continue looking at your dreams and feeling good enough to pursue them. So you're kind of going through a down period that's very much needed so that you can get over this obstacle of, quite frankly, your ego is what it sounds like. So when the obstacle is yourself, it can seem a little bit intimidating, but this is letting you know that you are good enough and you're able to move through this cycle quite as you've planned. So our final step we have is it's time to take action. So what's very interesting about this is it's very full circle. So this was a full moon in Aries, and then we have our new moon in Aries. So you are letting a climax come to its way. You're letting yourself recognize that rest, come into more fruition around the peace that you're wanting in order to take a new action, new inspired action, okay? And then our final outcome from this is going to be bold and make the first move. So right there, just perfect alignment. And in this moment, the energy from this is that you are feeling significantly more healed in order to follow through on your dreams and your plans in life. And so at this point, this is like when you would be able to do a new spread of this. But I'm going to go ahead, leave it here. I want to say thank you guys again for being here. And yeah, blessed be. Sorry for the weird camera angles. Hopefully this comes out all right. If it comes out really weird, I apologize, and hope that the audio is at least there for you. So I will see you guys next week for more weekly spreads to support your own intuition. Blessed be.